Hello there. Today we shall begin with the second verse of the book Self-Knowledge Atma Bodha by Sri Adi Shankaracharya. If you haven't watched the first verse video, then the link is in the description. You can go and watch from there. So in verse number 2 he writes, as the fire is the direct cause of cooking, so knowledge and not any other form of discipline is the direct cause of liberation. For liberation cannot be attained without knowledge. We know that the fire is the direct cause of cooking. Whenever we cook a food in a pan or any utensil that we use, we keep that article, pot or pan, whatever, on that gas. If we do not turn on the heat, the food cannot be cooked, because heat is the very cause, the fundamental root cause for food being cooked. There are various things in between them. There are pot, there may be pan, water in that pot, or different kinds of articles, but the fire is the main cause for food being cooked. In the same way, to get the liberation, to achieve and attain the liberation, only knowledge is the very fundamental cause, and without knowledge, liberation cannot be attained. Now, I have already explained what type of liberation is he talking about in my previous video. So that the liberation, getting freedom from birth and death cycle, that liberation can only be attained with the knowledge. What type of knowledge is he talking about? The knowledge of the self, the ultimate knowledge, the knowledge of the Brahman, the Atman, according to Vedanta. So there can be multiple disciplines, there can be multiple spiritual practices that one follows, but all these things are like pot or pan or water in between the process. But the main fundamental root cause is the knowledge. So that's why this self-knowledge is very important if you want, or if you are even thinking of getting the liberation, moksha. Moving on to the verse number 3. He writes, action cannot destroy ignorance, for it is not in conflict with ignorance. Knowledge alone destroys ignorance as light destroys dense darkness. So it is very clear that again he emphasizes this thing that knowledge is a root cause. So any kind of action cannot destroy karma, cannot destroy the ignorance, the ajnana. So let us think about what is the actual ignorance he is talking about. The ignorance in according to Vedantic philosophy, the knowledge of the Brahman, the knowledge of the Absolute, the knowledge of the Self, the Atman, is the only knowledge, and everything other than that is ignorance. So in order to destroy the ignorance, that we think the ignorance of humans are that we are a body, some mind, intellect, this is the ignorance. To destroy the ignorance, actions alone cannot help. You need to have the self-knowledge. As same as the darkness can only be destroyed, the darkness can only be annihilated with light. Whenever there is a darkness in a room, there is no a single thing in the world which can enlighten the room, which can destroy the darkness, but light alone can destroy the darkness. In the same way, knowledge is very, very needed for liberation, and knowledge alone can destroy ignorance. Verse number 4 is very deep, and we will see that verse in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.